We're out here at Huff Hills Ski Area, just across the Missouri River, just south of Mandan, North Dakota. Here with Andy, Mountain Operations, and we're talking about the Olympics and skiing, one of the major disciplines in the Olympics.
For sure.
A lot of all-stars on the U.S. ski team competing currently in the Olympics on NBC. And we're talking about how people get started in skiing and how they can get up to that higher level in racing and even on to the higher, bigger stages. So how do people get started in skiing? What are the kind of core concepts that they have to learn when they first get out to a ski school here at Huff Hills?
So we always tell people, like, an area like us is a perfect place to learn, and then you can go a long way. When you look at the U.S. ski team, we've got Paula Moltzen, took 8th the other day in the slalom. Lindsey Vaughn, both of them used to race at Buck Hill in Minneapolis. Not a very big hill, but a great race program. Midwest areas are great for teaching racers because you get a lot of laps on the hill. So we look for really trying to have somebody get their equipment on and get over and get in a lesson in our beginner area. And one of the first things is that forward and backward, that fore-aft balance, and then that balance left to right. If they can get centered on their skis, that's kind of a core skill. They're going to start in a wedge. They're going to eventually parallel ski after that, but that balance is really what's critical. So if we can teach them that right away, then that's going to be a good base for them to learn for a long time.
For sure. I was a ski instructor for a couple of years back home in Connecticut, and I understand how important that balance is and also the edge control, because that really dictates how you're going to turn. So you see when people are starting off, they're in that wedge shape, right, just to get started, but they eventually go to the parallel skiing where you're keeping your skis in line with one another, going down the hill side by side like that. So can you talk about how important that edge control is and getting both skis on an edge to really carve down the mountain?
Yeah, so when you watch racing, one thing you'll notice is they aren't in a wedge. Their skis are on edge, and they're standing against that edge. And because skis are wider in the tip and tail and they're narrower in the center, that ski will naturally want to follow a radius or a corner. And so what's cool when you watch the Olympics is on the slower speed events like slalom, you'll notice the athletes are real vertical, and they use some angulation of their legs to get those skis on edge. But as they get to those higher speed events like Super G and downhill, there's so much speed that you'll see their whole body is angled as they're standing against that force. But the concept is the same. You're putting that ski on edge and letting that ski go around a corner. And
there's a lot of different disciplines in the Olympics that we've been watching. The downhill, like you mentioned, the Super G, the slalom. So a lot of different skill sets that people have to have when they're starting off and when they're getting up to that higher level. So what are some of the programs that you have here? You said some kind of racing program, correct?
Yeah, we've got lessons available for all ages. I mean, 3 to 90, doesn't matter how old you are, come out and get started. And then as you get better, our youth race program has really grown in the last few years. And that's an opportunity for kids to have a connection to that sport and become a better skier, and then also be able to travel to Minnesota up to Botno and do some racing. So it's been a cool winter sport to introduce to the area.
For sure. We're going to wrap up here. Do you want to give a shout out to how people can find Huff Hills online and to get in contact with you guys?
Sure, yeah. You can check the website at www.huffhills.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we will be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for President's Day from now as long as we can into March until the snow melts.
So we like to hear. Let it snow, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for sure. Thank you, Andy, for taking some time with us. And we'll send it back to you.